Hey, what's up? So, um, I actually recorded a version of this video inside the place that I was in, but I ended up not liking it at all because I speak really softly, for one, so you could barely hear what I was saying. And secondly, it was like a really awkward um, situation. I asked a girl if she could like hold the camera and film me while I was saying things. And I think she thought that I was like trying to take her into a back alley or something and do bad things to her or something because she was like really timid. I guess I should have made that more clear to her that it wasn't anything like that. I just wanted somebody to hold the camera. But it was also still really loud back there, so it didn't work out. I might use some shot of it, but maybe not. Um, so anyway, the topic I wanted to talk about was using alcohol as a tool to become more social. And I used to do this a lot, actually, up until this point. I used to go to a party and just drink until I was like socially apt, and came out of my shell and started talking to everybody and getting along, just making friends with everybody pretty much. And that was the way that I would do it. If I didn't drink, if I went to a party in college, for example, or afterwards, we go out to a bar or a club and I don't drink, then the whole experience just feels awkward because everybody else is drinking and I feel like I'm missing out on the fun. I would look over at people having fun and be like, oh man, they're having so much fun because they're drunk and drinking. And I realized that I had been using alcohol as a way to open up and be more, connect with people more. And without it, I had trouble doing that. So I went to this party today, and before I went to the party, I decided that I was not going to drink and see how it went. I was just going to observe how I felt at the party and what I did and this and that without drinking at all. So whenever I went to the bartender, it became like a fun thing. I would say, give me an alcoholic drink, but no, give me a non-alcoholic drink, but make it look alcoholic, because I wanted to blend in. And we had a laugh every time I ordered that. It was like a conversation starter, right? It's not like going up and asking for a regular rum and coke or some old fashioned or something like that. But anyway, that's beside the point. And what I wanted to do was see how it went, how I was. Would I be able to talk to people? Would I be able to be like more social when I wasn't under the cover of alcohol? They say under the influence of alcohol, right? And I really had a good time at it. Honestly, I knew that I wasn't going to drink, so I couldn't rely on that to be okay, I'm just going to have another drink, and then I'm going to go and talk to people more and get to know this person, that person, right? I see a cute girl over there that I want to approach. Do I have enough? Like, that's how I would think before, right? But now without that backup, I didn't have that to go off of. So I just went and did things that I thought I could do, right? That, if an idea came to me, hey, go and talk to that person over there. Say hi and introduce yourself or whatever, or go stand there or go sit there. The purpose was to go to a party where there was going to be alcohol. It's an alcoholic situation. It was an open bar. There was free drinks for the entire night. So if I wanted to, I could have gotten a lot of drinks and gotten drunk, right? But then obviously I wouldn't be able to drive back. You can see I'm sitting in a car, right? But part of the reason I drove is because I decided I wasn't going to drink. So I had a really good time. I would go up to people and try and talk to them. Sometimes the conversation would go horribly, and the person would leave, like as I was talking to them. And other times it would be really good. There was one girl that I was talking to, and out of nowhere, I didn't even bring up the topic. she started talking about like how she didn't want to be in a relationship right now because she's leaving in a couple months and it's not going to work out. And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm not even like, we're not even in that situation. I'm not even asking for that thing, which was kind of amazing, I thought. And I got to meet, some cool people. But the thing that most I realized in this like observational situation here was that I don't need alcohol to have a good time. There's a Kendrick Lamar song that has a lyric that explains that. But this experience allowed me to sort of compartmentalize that idea that I know that I can have a good time without being under the influence of alcohol. It's a social drug. So if you realize that about yourself too, that you use alcohol to sort of open up and be more of a social person when you're in social settings, what I would say I would give the advice to you to do is the next time you go out to a club or a party or a bar, just don't drink anything and observe how you are, see how it is, right? If you are like me, then you have probably not really been in a situation where there's alcohol all around and you're not drinking. And if you have, you've probably thought like, oh man, I can't drink tonight, I'm not going to have any fun. But know that going in, that you're just observing how it goes. And you might find out one of three things. One, you might find out that you're really bored and you actually don't like the situation that you're in, right? You might go to a club and realize, hey, I really don't like clubs because it's hard to talk to people. The music is really loud. I can't see anything. I spill drink all over myself, all kinds of stuff. And you might think, maybe clubs are not for me. Or you might have a great time. You might have a great time and realize that, hey, you don't need alcohol to have a good time. It's all mental. It's all in the head. And if you can overcome the need for falling back on alcohol to be more social, then that's going to help you in every situation. Because you're not always drunk. You're not drunk at work. You're not drunk when you're walking down the street, in the supermarket, buying food. So if you realize that, then you know that there's nothing that you're missing in your life. You don't need something to like prop you up. And going out and getting drunk is not the only time that you're going to be able to have fun and have a good time. The third thing you might realize is that what's the third thing? You might realize that it's not fun. You might have a great time. What's the third thing that can happen? I don't know. What is the third thing? Give it a try and let me know. All right?